I'm going to spend a few minutes walking through a couple of simple ways to research different job types on ONet Online. So when you go to onetonline.org, in the upper right, there is a search box, and it's by default says electrician, but you can type in any job type in that box that you want to research. So in this case, I'm going to type in engineer, and it'll pull up a few options for engineer that you can select, but I'm just going to click go and keep it general. So once you conduct this search, it will pull up every job description that's in ONet that has the word engineer in it. And in this case, I'm just going to select mechanical engineers, for example. So when you pull up your job type that you're looking for, it will give you a brief description of the job, some sample job reported titles, and it will give you a lot of different information about the job, the types of tasks you'll perform, the technology skills that are required or helpful, different types of work activities, and lots more. But just taking tasks, for example, here it shows 5 of 28 tasks, but if you click on this down arrow, it will show all of the tasks that it has associated with that job. For example, read and interpret blueprints, research, design, evaluate, install, operate, or maintain mechanical products, confer with engineers. And on any one of these that has a plus next to it, which I believe is almost everything, you can click on it and it will give you other occupations that uses that same or that has that same task. So if you say, well, I'm interested in doing something that requires me to read and interpret blueprints, click on that plus and it will give you related occupations for that task. So you can see other types of engineers, architectural and civil drafters, and then you could click on this box and go even deeper. Let me collapse that. And the same goes for technology skills. If you are looking at, if you have the skill of a computer-aided design or CAD software, if you click on that arrow, you can look at all types of different jobs that require that skill. And it looks like here there's over 250 related occupations, so that's a big one. But then as you go down the list here, the same goes for work activities, work context, whether you prefer face-to-face discussions, use of telephone, structured versus unstructured work. So it gives you a lot of different ways of looking at the types of jobs from your own preferences. And if you go all the way down to the bottom here, it will show you also additional websites that you can click on for further research. So lots of great information here on ONet Online in searching for a job. Now, if you have taken a RIASEC assessment like a strong interest inventory, or ONet has an interest profiler, or there's some other tools online, back from ONet's homepage, if you have that letter code from one of those 6 themes that you got when you took that assessment, you can scroll down and under Browse by ONet Data, if you click on Interests, it will pull up a page that has those 6 theme codes. And let's say, for example, that your top theme code on your RIASEC assessment was realistic. So if you click on realistic, it will pull up all jobs that are listed in ONet that have an R or realistic in their interest code. Now, if you are interested in something that is college related, if you have a college degree or if you're attending college and you plan to complete that, you should click on 4, and then that will specify the jobs to those careers that use advanced education. And so here you can see things like airline pilots, automotive engineers, biological technicians. Also, if you have other theme codes, like if your second interest is, for example, investigative, and your third interest is, well, let's try conventional, and you click go, and let's select 4 for college, it'll pull up everything that has those 3 codes in it in different orders, but everything that has those 3 codes. So with that, you can scroll through a bunch of different options by your interests, some of which you may not have thought of before. Maybe you hadn't considered being a computer hardware engineer, but that sounds interesting. So you can click on that, and once you select a job, it takes you right to the same information we researched before that you get when you just put the job title in the upper right, but all of that same information dealing with tasks, technology, work activities, etc. So those are a couple of quick ways that you can use to do some very powerful searches in ONet Online.